Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel, Charles Morris. There's a bit of an update on the whole Brian Laundrie case, and the whole Gabby Petito case. So this one is kind of interesting, because what police have found on the Florida Natural Reserve, they've been searching the area for weeks, and what they found was a body that might be Brian Laundrie, but they can't confirm just yet if it is Brian Laundrie's body that's been out there. And what's interesting is what they find is his notebook and his hiker backpack. A backpack that you carry, excuse me, with you when you go hiking, whatever. This is the backpack that hikers use. And so those are two clues that would possibly indicate that the body is indeed Brian Laundrie, but it's not confirmed. They're clues that you can use to make it more clear that it is Brian Laundrie's body, but you can't jump the gun. If it's unconfirmed whose body it is, then you don't know if it's somebody else that might have died at the hands of somebody, or, you know, got attacked by alligators or drowning or whatever the case is. You don't even know whose body it is. And a lot of state parks and federal parks like Yellowstone are pretty big areas, or parks overall. So the backpack and the notebook are clues that could help police figure out if Brian Laundrie's body is on the Florida Natural Reserve, or if it could have been the body of somebody else. There's a bunch of rules that you have to follow in investigations and filing charges against the criminal who is most wanted by police and law enforcement, especially the FBI. They have to be careful, and they have to go through, like, steps to show proof that this person did this and this person did that. That you can't just go ahead, jump the gun, file charges without knowing what he or she did behind the scenes. That when you're pushing charges against people, you know, you want to know exactly what he or she did, and what he or she is guilty of. So I can't jump the gun here and say that this is Brian Laundrie, because it's an investigation. And investigations are done in a slow, timely manner. They want to make sure that they get information right. That's the whole point of this whole Gabby Petito case going on for almost about a few months. The trial for Derek Chauvin, that lasted for a few weeks. Because I wanted to know exactly what Derek Chauvin was guilty of. So, the same thing for Brian Laundrie. They want to know what Brian Laundrie is guilty of. Did he strangle and murder Gabby Petito? That's a question that is unanswered at this point. The credit card that he used, police suspect it to be Gabby Petito's credit card that he used to actually, buy things with. That's, he's wanted for credit card fraud. But the FBI called it bank fraud. And the murder charges, if he murdered Gabby Petito, he'd be charged for that. If he did it. We don't know for sure if he murdered Gabby Petito. The clue that I gave away was he is a narcissist, so he could be capable of doing something like that. But yet again, I can't jump the gun and say he did. Because if you just went ahead and jumped the gun on stuff and didn't follow, steps and that stuff, you would make a mistake. Right there. So, I'm not going to, confirm anything that happened, because that's the job of law enforcement and that stuff. So when the reports come out, then I will confirm this stuff on my videos. But I'm not going to get ahead of police reports, because that's not what I make these videos about. And that is not something that I would want to be doing. I announce on my videos based on police reports. That stuff. And that's how I want to keep it. So, the body, it's a bit of an update we wanted to hear. We don't know who exactly. We don't know whose body this is exactly. The backpack and the notebook are clues. And this is also interesting. What if there was some information on here, his plot on, the plan to strangle Gabby Petito, if he did, if that was written in there, then I'm sure he would. Well, narcissists like to keep things secret. Okay, this is clues that I'm just going to give away. I'm not saying that it is, but if it's possible that he could have written how to strangle Gabby Petito and possibly go into hiding and try to get away with it. And his attempt to actually, maybe go out there and maybe try to murder other people and that stuff without telling anybody about this and keeping it all secret in his notebook. Maybe it could be possible that he could have been, been sneaky like that and keep everything secret and let nobody else know about it. Not even the public. But Nancy Grace is on top of this. Even this story. They talk about the possibilities of Brian Laundrie doing this and Brian Laundrie doing that. Now, what I did hear of out of Nancy Grace was I heard Brian Laundrie isn't really that smart, but his parents are. And there was a discussion saying that Brian Laundrie's parents was financing his run, which could be possible. I don't know. And the only members of the family that were over there at the Florida Natural Reserve was Chris Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie. They were looking for their son. That's what they were out there for. And this is very tragic. If Brian Laundrie committed suicide, or allowed him to get, into a death trap by alligators or whatever and that stuff, if that body is laying there, and if somebody wanted to kill themselves because of if they tried to murder somebody in Wyoming and they knew they were going to get the death sentence if they were convicted of murder, then why would you go out and kill yourself? Why would a narcissist do that? They wouldn't do it themselves, I would imagine. They'd probably... Okay, a park is a really big area. Okay? Now, you don't know, you don't even know what you're gonna run into. There are swamps in a national park. The Florida Natural Reserve, I believe it is a swamp. But I never been down there before. But I can at least say it's a big area, according to what police say. National parks or state parks, you can normally expect them to be huge. And you could easily go into hiding and, not be found for weeks by people. Like, people that go into disappearing normally don't want to be found or caught. And Brian Laundrie, I gotta say, does a good job with making himself look so well hidden in these big parts of the whole United States, like the Grand Teton area, which Gabby Petito the van was found over there. And somebody was driving past to pick up Brian Laundrie. And Brian Laundrie offered to pay them to get a ride back home. And Brian Laundrie said, I need to get out. And Brian Laundrie just took off like that. The next encounter that I remember is he was in the Appalachian Trail in Tennessee, and a hiker ends up going past him, and it appears what the hiker said was he was in an Ford F-150 or a truck, and he doesn't look like he's in good shape. And the hiker could tell there was something wrong with the guy. And the hiker looked up his Instagram footage, and he was shocked that he found Brian Laundrie. And Brian Laundrie said that he was wanting to get to California to see his girlfriend. And he said his girlfriend texted him and said he loved him. And the hiker offered him to give him directions to California. And instead, Brian Laundrie wanted to take his own road to California. And what's fishy is if that's his body in the Florida Natural Reserve, something fishy's going on. And, you know, narcissists can make up lies. And by the way, we don't even know if Brian Laundrie said he had another girlfriend in California. Because I'm not going to say that he cheating on Gabby Petito, but if he says he's got another girlfriend and he cheated on Gabby Petito, then probably the reason why you possibly strangled Gabby Petito is because you just couldn't even take the stress from Gabby Petito and probably just wanted to go spend time with your girlfriend over in California. But I don't know. Brian Laundrie is a narcissist, and as you know, narcissists can make up lies and that stuff. We don't even know if it's true that he has a girlfriend in California. Who knows? He could be like one filthy liar just to get away with stuff. And you know, he probably... I'm sure he fooled police and body cam video. Brian Laundrie is, you know, one disgusting person. That it just makes you so sick to watch that body cam footage with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie getting pulled over by Utah police on a curb. And what really bothers me, and pretty much everybody that watched that body cam video, was the fact that Brian Laundrie used body language to make himself look like he's cool, and, you know, nothing's going on. And, you know, he was, like, apologetic for, you know, parking on the curb and, you know, going past the speed limit, or if he did go past the speed limit, or, you know, he's apologetic for a lot of stuff. And narcissists are, you know. Brian Laundrie, I'd have to say, isn't a normal human being like the rest of like a lot of people are. There was somebody that reported a domestic dispute. Police did not do their job. And look what happened. They were just separated for the night. And Gabby Petito was allowed to take her van, while Brian Laundrie wanted to go separate for her, just like police said. So, whose body is this? We have no idea. But the notebook and the backpack that were found at the Florida Natural Reserve are clues that might tell police that the body may be Brian Laundrie. It means that maybe this manhunt for Brian Laundrie might come to a close. And Brian Laundrie, well, if he's dead, he can't be put on trial. And then the Petito family won't get answers as to why was he being such a shady character. What happened to Gabby Petito when she was strangled? Did you do it? I don't know. if you're a dead man, you can't even talk. The body's dead. If Brian Laundrie is dead, he can't do any explaining as to why he was doing everything that he did. There's nothing that he could do to talk. If he'd gone out there to just possibly strangle Gabby Petito and then go into hiding and then go and kill himself and not have to answer for anything, he's just absolutely crazy. Just one crazy psychopath. And the month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And anybody who dates a domestic violent person, you want to get out of there as soon as possible. I've said this in many of my videos. You want to get out of there as soon as possible. Because you don't even know what their background is, who they are, where they come from, and how do they act around people. Now, narcissists can hide their behavior from other people and act like a good and decent person. When they're not on the job, they can turn out to be somebody completely different than what you expect them to be. So, you might end up falling into a domestic violence trap if you end up getting engaged to a narcissist and then end up marrying a narcissist. You just gotta be aware of who you're with. Can they be trusted? And will they love you like they say they love you? That's something that you have to figure out. But also, if you're somebody in high school and you want to date somebody and that stuff, then at least inform your parents. And if the parents don't like the guy or the girl that you're dating, then they may tell you why. And if he or she is a narcissist in the background, then it's not a good idea for you to be dating them. Now, if you're dating somebody that your parents would be okay with, then that's fine. There's got to be, checks on who you're dating. Because you don't want to be in domestic violent relationships. Because you could end up like Gabby Petito and other victims of getting murdered by a domestic violent person. So you want to be careful of that. You want to be careful of who you date. And most importantly, you want to make sure that when they say that they love you, you want to make sure that they mean what they say. That they won't hurt you. That they would never go behind your back and talk trash behind your back to other people. And you want to make sure that they will be nice and kind around you forever. And that's part of being in a healthy relationship. The check. You want to check every time you date somebody if they can be trusted to love you and mean it. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Brian Laundrie's body possibly could have been found at the Florida Natural Reserve. I will leave it to police to confirm if the body is his. The notebook and the backpack, like I said, are clues that could be used to identify the body as Brian Laundrie. But then again, I can't confirm it. So I'll leave that to law enforcement to do that. And I will make another video when once I hear updates on whether this is Brian Laundrie's body or not. And thank you so much for watching. Please keep tuning into the channel, Charles Morse. Hit that subscribe button so you can watch the whole entire series of this whole Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case. Because this is something that I'm sure a lot of you would want to watch. And this all started with the body cam video footage. You can re-watch or go back to the first video that I had on this case. And I made this a series of videos. And if you want to re-watch the whole... If you want to witness what happened at the beginning of this, you can go ahead and go back to one of my videos that explained the body cam footage video in Utah between Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie and law enforcement. And you can start from the beginning of how this whole thing happens, and then you could get like a clear picture of, you know, why this is such a big deal. Go ahead and leave your comments in the video if you would like. And hopefully this manhunt for Brian Laundrie will come to an end. We just need to give this more time. This is Charles Morse. Have a good day. I'll see you all in the next video. And keep away from domestic violent people. And never get into those relationships. Because I guarantee you, you'll have a price to pay if you stick around those relationships. Have a good day.